But now there is a woman on Instagram who is accusing Saweetie of being a yacht girl. For those of you who don't know what a yacht girl is, it's basically a girl who sells cookies, but she's not a Girl Scout.
You may not have heard of this young lady because I haven't either. Her name is...
This PK, we keep it real, and you know I always try to keep it real. Today we're gonna be talking about what happened to Saweetie. Oh man, they said Saweetie went to Dubai and lost her mind. You heard? She out here sucking, allegedly. This is what they saying. That's what they saying about your girl. You know, let's get straight into it, man. O'Shea did a video about her, but everybody in the industry talking about this. It's nuts. Let's get to how Saweetie went from up here to a damn escort down here.
But now there is a woman on Instagram who is accusing Saweetie of being a yacht girl. For those of you who don't know what a yacht girl is, it's basically a girl who sells cookies, but she's not a Girl Scout.
You may not have heard of this young lady because I haven't either. Her name is Maybach May. If you look at her Instagram, it doesn't seem like she has a whole lot of stuff popping. She just looks like the average chick with a BBL and a nice body, and nothing else is to be seen there. Right?
Okay. Maybach May is the pimp? A chick named Maybach May? Okay, she pimping? Let's get it.
But that's what you think. Just because somebody don't have a whole lot of followers, it don't mean that they're not important in the industry. And according to this chick, she's more important than we think. Fast forward. Maybach May is one of the largest madams in the industry. And what Maybach May does is she connects a lot of beautiful women to rich men all over the world. She's going to Dubai, Lagos, Europe, wherever you think that the rich guys are at, she has them in her system. And a lot of girls want to deal with Maybach May because she's the connection to all the guys with the money. And one of those ladies allegedly is Saweetie. Now, if you look at Saweetie's Instagram following, she got 12.4 million followers. Why would Saweetie be working with a lady that got 25,000 followers?
It's crazy how pretty these women be, and they be escorts, whores. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's insane. Like, you so pretty, your career was doing so good to a certain point, you know. She got around those people, those men that got a lot of money, and they advanced her. And then it's like, soon as all that shit hit rock bottom, they go to this. I wonder why Quavo was dating her. Was she doing this? Did he know that she was doing this and still made her his girl? Because that says a lot about him.
Well, here's a story. Fast forward. Maybach May had a connection with a guy by the name of Jadon Sancho. Now, he plays in the Premier European League. I think it's Manchester United. I'm not necessarily sure. But the guy makes a lot of money, like over $180,000 per week. And this dude is known for tricking on women. Like, he is known for spending a whole lot of money.
Damn, my boy in the professional soccer field, and you out here tricking and simping? Damn, that's crazy. You could spend your money on kids that need food, but you doing it for the booty dude. What? He should be ashamed of himself. Ashamed. Damn it.
Money. So basically what Maybach May did was say, listen, Saweetie, I got this dude, and he's a younger guy. He's like 21. And you know, Saweetie is closer to being like 30. So look, this young dude, if you deal with him, he'll spend money on you. But here's what you got to do. You got to pay me my money, and, you know, whatever else you get from him, you can keep. But as long as I get my cut, I'm cool.
He's right, you know.
And here's a text message that's even explaining that. Here it says, what you doing? We should do a big bear trip with good friends, group co-ed. Oh my God, it's so nice here. And even that code is 2 hours from LA. At the studio, girl, all my friends out of state. When B's run it up on Jadon, how much they doing in the weekend? Woo! Now, this is evidence, right? Fast forward! But here's what Saweetie did. She fell in love with Jadon, or got Jadon to fall in love with her.
Of course. Line, Fisher, and a hook. Got him. What an idiot.
And so she ended up in a full relationship with Jadon Sancho. Now, Jadon Sancho ended up getting, a tattoo of her, I think like on his neck or something like that. And basically they got into a full blown relationship. And
he looked like a sucker. Look at him. Sucker written on his forehead. Look at him. What an idiot.
Basically cut off Maybach May. And so this is the problem at Bay. Maybach May is saying, listen, you owe me money and you was out here dealing with the dude that I set you up with, and now you don't want to pay me? Let's go back to that first.
You owe me money. Pay that pimp her money, man.
Text message. She goes, Sancho, after you done paying and getting tattoos of a 304, you barely know. Run me my money. She hates her career, so you come right on time like the trick you are. I just want what y'all owe me. So obviously Jadon didn't pay her, and Saweetie must have told him not to pay.
She said like the trick you are. She hate her life and her career. You came right on time like the trick you are. I just want what y'all owe me. Damn, she talking spicy too.
Now, what else? Cocaine, witchcraft, and liquor is one hell of a mix. Send me my bread home record. Woo! Now, before I get into the rest of the screenshots, I kind of want to get into what Saweetie is kind of known for.
Saweetie is allegedly a yacht girl who makes far more money from yachting than she does from her music career. And according to this blind item, she allegedly has a substance abuse problem that is making her messy and causing her to lose yachting clients. And the blind item reads, this A-list Nepo baby, who's a rapper, singer, niece, cousin, and granddaughter of famous names, earns way more from yachting each week than from her actual music. But her substance habit has gotten out of control, and the messiness is driving clients away fast.
So Saweetie is known for being a yacht girl. So this is the girl who doesn't really advertise that they're selling cheeks, but they are selling.
Damn, so not only is she a yacht girl escort, she out here addicted to drugs, so it makes sense. She need the money. She living that fast life. And my boy said, don't worry, Captain Saberho, I'll save you, baby. He's so stupid because, bro, if it wasn't you, it would have been another guy she would have linked up. It probably made fall in love with her. This nigga, man.
Cheeks. And again, this young lady already mentioned that Saweetie has a drug problem. And this other lady here is saying that, hey, Saweetie is out here clapping cheeks, and a lot of clients are tired of her and her drug issues. And she's not the only person to mention this sort of freestyling idea.
You need to build your brand up so that you're not known as a 304, because what men really like, they like freestylers better, okay? They don't want a girl to be posting ads online and stuff. No, they want to feel like they just stumbled across a beautiful woman, and for this price, they could have access.
So, this lady has a good point. Like, people don't want you to be.
Not her giving the game on how to be a 304, how to be an escort. Not her giving the game, dropping jewels on y'all. What?
Be advertising your cheeks out there, but they want to know that you're down with the get down. And it gets even worse.
I'm not saying that her music is a cover-up. No, it's not a cover-up. She's an entertainer that goes along with it. So like a child actor grows up, then they're known for being a 304 all of a sudden, but not to regular people. As far as you guys know, they're just a singer, a dancer, an actor, a YouTuber, anything, an influencer. A lot of high-end 304s are actually influencers, and that's what builds your brand better. Why do you think I'm in so many people's YouTube videos? I'm on podcasts like Fresh and Fit. I'm in 20v1s with Kodak. It's all
It makes sense. It makes sense.
because it builds your persona, it builds your brand. So this way, when I say, hey, I want X amount, it makes sense because I'm an entertainer, I'm a celebrity.
Now, she's breaking down the whole playbook for influencers. If you look at somebody like Saweetie, she's always on like 20 versus 1 shows. She's always on like podcast, the Fresh and Fit. Like, she moves around, and you don't really see a whole lot of the better rappers doing that, like Cardi B. And to be honest, Cardi B, did mention that Saweetie was doing stuff like this. Remember?
That's true. That's true.
That Saweetie was with Quavo, and then Saweetie ended up sleeping with Offset, which caused some tension between the whole Migos crew and all of that.
Offset knew what she was. He was saving Quavo. Listen, bro. He was saving Quavo.
Like, I mean, Saweetie just is down bad for real. Like, just down bad as hell. But check this out.
I have said it before, and I get crucified for it. People get so mad every single time I bring it up. But your favorite musicians are not very wealthy. Like, there's no money to be made in the music industry. A lot of them are broke. Some of the influencers on this app make more money than your favorite musicians. And the reason why, it's not just because, I think especially this applies, especially like in hip hop, it's not just because they don't get paid that much. It's also because they get paid a decent amount. It's because their lifestyle is extremely expensive. Like, if you are in hip hop, part of being in hip hop is that you have to look rich, you have to pretend to be ultra wealthy, and living outside of your means is very expensive. It's not just like having a fancy house and owning cars, right? It's also like having a glam team all the time, having an agent, having a manager, having a social media person. All of that is very, very expensive. In your mind, you thought Saweetie was affording all that off of her music career when she's been in the game 10 years and has still not put out a debut album?
Now, this young lady mentioned something similar about your favorite influencers being broke. Now, for me, I'm looking at 12.4 million followers. I'm like, damn, she must be doing good. But if you look at her lifestyle, she got to keep up that image, right? Like, that's how she got popular. Now, this is something that's interesting because somebody like me, as a YouTuber or a down bad influencer, like, I got, popular because of my commentary. Nobody follows me because I need to be extravagant or opulent or fashion based. And this is why a lot of YouTubers end up having more money than influencers, because people tend to watch us for us, and we don't have a pressure of trying to be, flashy or living a big lifestyle. That's the same thing with athletes. They don't have to actually live a rich lifestyle to be rich. Like Kawhi Leonard is a good example of that. But if you come in the game and you're a hot chick like Saweetie, you have a lifestyle. And if the money isn't coming in because the music industry doesn't pay it, you got to get that money somehow. All right.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And so, and then also, she's never had a debut album. So you're not making money from music. So what are you making money from? But wait, there's more.
If you are ever trying to pocket watch your favorite celebrity,
Clapping cheeks,
and they're a musician specifically, right? You're trying to figure out if they're broke or not. All you have to do is check to see their endorsement deals, right? The more endorsement deals they have, the more paid they are. If you have a favorite celebrity, I'm not gonna say no names, there's one in particular I'm thinking of, and they haven't had an endorsement deal in years, they're probably broke. And I'm gonna leave that at that. Unless they own businesses and companies that are kept on the hush, 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 they're probably broke.
So this is an important distinction. Again, like, if you look at somebody and the brand deals that they have, this would indicate how much money they actually make. Now, this is something that we saw with Will Smith. Once Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, he lost a lot of brand deals. Okay. And so this hurt him financially. Now, you already know his lifestyle is really up there. It's expensive. But to lose brand deals, which, I mean, again, I would assume that Saweetie has a lot of brand deals, or maybe she doesn't. But if you don't have those brand deals, and those brand deals pay a lot of money, it's kind of how you make cash in the industry. And so if you somehow lose that, you lose it all. Okay. And this is kind of what's happening with Saweetie. She doesn't really have brand deals. Okay. So if you don't have brand deals, you're not a podcaster, you're not really working a lot. You got to make that money, because this industry for music is not really there. And, YouTubing is there, but YouTubing is hard. People can say, well, why don't you start a podcast? A lot of people have podcasts. It's still hard. It's not easy, doing this work every day. So, the quickest way to do that is, if you were going to sleep with somebody anyway, it was to go ahead on and basically pay to get the cheeks clapped. And it goes back to what the Manosphere guys have always taught, that certain ladies are always for sale. It don't
for sale. Certain women are always for sale. They would do anything for that money, lose their soul, their consciousness, their dignity. When that paper touched their hand, that's all they care about. Certain women are just always for sale, no matter how pretty, how ugly, how thick, how fat, how skinny. Certain people just want that dollar bill. They don't care about nothing else but glamorous money and being a star of attention and money in their hands. And it seems like that's what Saweetie is. She was in love with Quavo, so called, dating him. Offset probably came by, heard what's going on, slid in her, here, man, take this, I'll do this, and now she doing this. She getting pimped out by somebody named Maybach May, fell in love with a football player, soccer player, and look what's going on, man. The Dubai secret is out, sweetie. Damn. And the industry going in on her, losing it all because of this. She losing her yacht club and losing clients because she over here snorting and sniffing and doing this. This is insane, man.
Doesn't matter. Like a lot of girls, you know what? Let me just say this. Fast forward. I know so many ladies who are IG influencers, especially in this part of the world. And again, they're like yacht girls. They out here, living it up. They may have a few brand deals, but trust me, like they can barely pay their rent. They can barely pay for electricity. I mean, like they need hair, they need makeup. They constantly have to live in that lifestyle. Going to dinner, going to Four Points. I mean, that might be going to dinner, going to hotels, things like that. It costs money to keep playing like that, being out. And, you popping bottles, you buying Don Julio in the club. Somebody got to pay for that. And somebody got to pay for their food every day. I mean, you get chicks that look so good and they're begging for KFC, like literally begging for KFC. You would never think that a chick that has a big following on TikTok or Instagram is that broke, but so many chicks don't really have money like that. And this is why, like, dudes who are consistent and they may have a good business, you would have a shot. Like, literally, if you were willing to pay, you would have a shot at these cheeks. I'm just being real. You would be able to go head on and
He said you would have a shot at these cheeks. Oh my God.
get that clapping off. You might not think so, but oh yes, it happens a lot. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dude Jackson back at it again with another episode of
Beautiful video, O'Shea. Beautiful video, O'Shea. Go follow him on YouTube, man. O'Shea Duke Jackson did a beautiful video, man. I mean, damn, sweetie. Your fall from grace is real ugly, man. Real ugly. You in Dubai giving it up. Oh man, this is sad. Such a beautiful girl too. Such a beautiful girl in the industry that sucked her soul dry. Lord have mercy. Hey, I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one, man. Let me know in the comments down below. Tell me something, y'all. I'm out of here, man. Keep it real. Always try to keep it real.